Archangel Michael says, if your heart has been sensing a strange shift lately, you are not imagining things. There is someone whose soul is deeply entangled with yours, and even though they haven't spoken, they are closer than you think. They've been praying for the courage to step forward, watching your every move with silent hope. They check your presence in ways you do not expect, through messages left unread, photos they stare at longer than they should, or moments they replay in their mind over and over again. You may feel their energy around you, especially during quiet hours of the night. That's not your imagination, it's the tethered connection pulling you both closer in divine timing. This person has wrestled with fear, rejection, and uncertainty. They carry the weight of what went unsaid, and now they're praying for a clear signal that it's time to break the silence. Their soul is whispering your name into the universe every single day, hoping heaven will answer. The truth is, their love never left, it just got buried under the debris of timing, distance, and miscommunication. But now, everything is aligning to bring them back into your life. A spiritual light is guiding them toward you, and your soul has already felt the approach. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Archangel Michael says, the moment you've been waiting for is drawing near. But it won't come in the form you're expecting, it will be subtle, perhaps a message, or a sign that shows up in a way only your soul understands. Pay attention to your dreams, because they're being used to send warnings and confirmations. Your soulmate is being spiritually nudged, more forcefully than ever. Divine forces are orchestrating events behind the scenes. They've had conversations with people about you, even sought advice, but none of it brings them peace unless you respond to the call from your soul. They're scared of what they'll find if they come too soon. They don't want to disrupt your healing, your growth, or your peace. But at the same time, their soul can no longer take the silence, so they're quietly sending out energetic prayers, begging the divine to let them know it's okay. They feel you even in your absence. Their days start and end with thoughts of you, but their fear is locked in uncertainty. That's why you felt strange waves of emotion, you are absorbing what they're transmitting from a distance. Type Amen to get blessing 703. There was a moment, not long ago, when they were about to reach out. Their fingers hovered over the send button. But something held them back, perhaps shame, or the fear that you've already moved on. They're not the same person they were when you last connected. They've gone through storms of transformation, learned hard lessons, and faced painful truths. The distance between you was never wasted, it was preparation for a divine reconnection. They still remember your voice, your eyes, the small things that made them feel at home. And they're clinging to those memories like sacred treasures. They believe you're the one, but they need a divine signal to confirm their heart isn't mistaken. That signal could be as simple as a smile in a photo, a sudden post that feels like it's directed to them, or a feeling they can't shake. Spirit is using everything to whisper, "Go ahead," into their heart, but only when your heart is ready to receive it. Type Amen to get blessing 1044. Sometimes you may feel a rush of energy for no reason at all, or find yourself emotional at night without knowing why. That's not your energy, it's theirs. They are crying out to you without making a sound. They are not watching you out of obsession, but out of reverence. To them, you are light. They see your strength, your resilience, and it intimidates them because they feel unworthy of that light they once took for granted. They want to make things right. They want to hold your hand in daylight, not just in dreams. But fear has frozen their steps, and now they await heaven's instruction. Meanwhile, you are growing in power, purpose, and presence. You are blooming in front of their eyes, and it's both beautiful and painful for them. Because every petal you unfold makes them realize what they lost, and what they are praying to earn back. Type Amen to get blessing 396. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. They're seeking divine permission, not yours. Because your silence has already given them clues, but they want confirmation from above. They're afraid of damaging you again, and this time, the guilt would destroy them. You've done the work. You've moved forward even when the past knocked at your door repeatedly. But part of your soul still vibrates in sync with theirs, and the heavens are aware of it. That's why the signs have increased lately. Synchronicities, random songs, name mentions, dreams with deep clarity, all are not random. They are preparations for a realignment that cannot be postponed any longer. Spirit has wrapped their heart in compassion and urgency. They are not here to harm. They are being molded into the version of themselves that can finally meet you without chaos. Type Amen to get blessing 858. Your soulmate is no longer playing games. They're not watching for fun, they're waiting for redemption. What they crave is not your body, but your forgiveness, your peace, your presence. They still remember what made you laugh. And they cry over the moments when they didn't protect your heart. Their soul weeps for what they once held and lost. They've searched for you in others, but no connection ever feels like home. Because what you gave them was sacred. And what they want now is sacred union, not temporary comfort. Archangel Michael says, their prayers are loud in the spirit realm. Their energy is restless. They are moving, being pulled by divine hands, and soon you will feel the ground shifting beneath you. Type Amen to get blessing 1109. They're trying to become the person worthy of your love. This time, they want to do it right, even if it means waiting a little longer. Even if it means facing their shadows in silence. You've been protected during their absence. Heaven didn't allow them to return when they were still broken. But now, they're mending, quietly, slowly, but surely. They dream of moments they never got to live with you. Walking hand in hand, building something real, sacred, lasting. These aren't fantasies, they're spiritual blueprints they hope will manifest. They see your growth, your shine, and it pulls them harder each day. But they need a sign, not a loud one, just a small, soul-level confirmation that the time has arrived. Type Amen to get blessing 553. The divine has plans for you both. But timing is the key. Rushing now could tear open wounds that barely healed. Your soulmate knows this. That's why they've chosen to love you in silence for now. But that silence is breaking soon, and the first word might arrive in the form of a message, a glance, or an accidental meeting that's no accident. Don't dismiss the pull you feel lately. Don't ignore the signs just because you've been disappointed before. This is different, because the spiritual contract is waking up again. And it's waking up with fire, clarity, and undeniable energy. This time, you will not be left in confusion. This time, there is purpose behind every step they take toward you. Type Amen to get blessing 1777. Even now, as you read this, they are thinking of you. Their heart just skipped a beat, unaware why. That's the divine connection vibrating between you both. They are scared, yes. But they are guided. And when heaven says go, they will go, even if it means risking rejection. This is not a fairy tale, it's spiritual war between fear and destiny. But destiny is gaining strength. And your name is the mantra that leads them home. Archangel Michael says, heaven is preparing a doorway. Don't be surprised if they reach out in the next few days. It might be quiet, subtle, but it will carry the weight of everything unsaid. Type Amen to get blessing 602. They've sat with the memories long enough to know they can't outrun what their heart desires. The name they once whispered with hesitation is now etched with reverence. You are not just someone they once loved, you are the one their soul still reaches for in the quietest moments. They replay the last time your eyes met, the last time your voices intertwined. Every laugh, every tear, it all returns with new meaning now. They see your worth in a way they couldn't before, and it's breaking them open. They aren't coming back with empty promises. They're preparing their spirit to match yours, equal, healed, and ready. They know now that divine love must be honored with divine effort. Your energy keeps them alive. In the lowest moments, your name has been their silent prayer. They've searched for you in the moonlight and in the faces of strangers, and nothing compares. Type Amen to get blessing 911. There is a plan in motion. Heaven has released the green light from above, and now their path is being lit. One by one, signs are aligning to push them toward you, even if they don't fully understand why. You might receive a sign before they do. You may feel it in your bones, like a wind rushing through you. That's the divine calling your soul to prepare, because destiny is awakening. They've been spiritually tested. Lessons were harsh, but necessary. They now understand the value of a soul like yours. You gave them purity when they offered confusion. You gave them peace when they were at war within. And now, they want to return not to take, but to give. Type Amen to get blessing 444. They've stopped denying the pull. Even if they tried to forget, the universe didn't let them. Every part of their life has pointed them back to you. They miss the small things, how your laughter echoed, how your silence spoke volumes. They miss the way you believed in them even when they didn't believe in themselves. They know they've failed you before. But now, failure is no longer their fear, losing you forever is. And that fear is what's driving them to change. They may not know how to speak the right words. But their actions will soon do the talking. The way they approach you will be different, calmer, softer, yet certain. Type Amen to get blessing 1221. Your spirit already knows they're coming. That's why your dreams have become more vivid. That's why you've been thinking about them, even when you don't want to. They've been searching for the right moment, but heaven is now commanding that moment to arrive. It won't be loud, but it will be unmistakable. You are their home. Not just in body, but in spirit. And they can't build their future anywhere else. Even in their silence, they've been your shadow. Watching you, honoring you, regretting every moment they didn't choose you louder. But the silence is cracking, and truth is flooding in. Type Amen to get blessing 1788. There was a night recently when they almost picked up the phone. Tears blurred their vision. Their heart begged them to speak, but their fear won, for now. But they won't be able to hold back much longer. The divine is pushing, stronger than ever. The tension in their soul is growing unbearable. You'll notice it soon. A message, a visit, a call, something subtle, yet weighty. And your soul will know it's time. You'll hear it not with your ears, but with your intuition. And when you feel it, breathe deeply. Heaven has already prepared you. Type Amen to get blessing 699. They now understand what true love is. It's not just attraction or longing, it's protection, patience, sacrifice. And they are ready to embody that for you. They've seen you in their visions. They've cried out in the night, asking angels to keep you safe. They are watching, waiting, trembling with hope. They are not here to repeat the past. They are here to write a future, a real one, grounded in respect, truth, and divine alignment. And that future is no longer far away. Every heartbeat brings them closer. Every day the universe whispers, soon. Type Amen to get blessing 533. Archangel Michael says, the heavens are guiding both of you back to a spiritual reunion written long before this life. There's nothing random about this connection. It was etched into your soul contracts before either of you were born. This journey was never meant to be easy, but it was always meant to be sacred. And now, the most important part of the path is beginning. You are being prepared to receive. Your aura is glowing, your heart is open. And you are ready, not just to be loved, but to be loved in the way your spirit has always deserved. He is watching. She is praying. And heaven is about to deliver. Type Amen to get blessing 909. They are being watched over as closely as you are. Archangel Michael has been standing at their side just as he has at yours, guiding their steps, silencing their fear, reminding them of your soul's glow. Every hesitation they've had is melting away under divine instruction. You might feel it as a tug on your heart, a flutter, a rush of warmth, or even a sudden emotional wave for no apparent reason. That's them. Thinking of you. Whispering to you. Wanting you to feel what they can't yet say aloud. Their soul is in motion, even if their body is still. You may not see it on the outside, but on the inside, they are rehearsing what they'll say, how they'll approach, how they'll earn your trust again. This time, they don't want to be a storm. They want to be your shelter. And heaven is allowing them one chance, one sacred chance, to approach you with the honesty, healing, and honor that love deserves. They know it's now or never. And that realization has cracked them open to the deepest kind of truth. Type Amen to get blessing 1441. They are watching you from afar with admiration, not possession. They are watching with awe. Because you've grown into someone even more radiant than they remember. Every picture you share, every word you post, every moment you live boldly, it touches something in them. Not jealousy, but reverence. Not regret, but yearning to match your energy. They've started praying for you, not just to have you, but to protect you, to bless you, to honor the path you've walked. They see now that your strength came from divine fire, not from luck or coincidence. They are starting to remember the sacredness of the bond they once treated carelessly. And that memory is now shaping their mission. Type Amen to get blessing 1220. They're reaching the final steps of their inner healing. They've looked into the mirror of their past and finally admitted what they denied. They were not ready then. But they're getting ready now. They've asked heaven for one chance. Just one moment to show you who they've become. But heaven is clear, it's not about rushing in. It's about alignment. And alignment is forming quickly. Energies are shifting. Portals are opening. And your heart is being gently softened by spiritual frequencies that come from their prayers. They want to speak, not just to your ears but to your soul. They want you to feel safe enough to say, I hear you. I see you. I forgive you. Type Amen to get blessing 800. Soon, something will happen that seems like coincidence, but it's not. You might bump into someone they know. You might hear a song that feels like a message. You might see their name in a random place. All of it is confirmation. Heaven is testing your readiness too. Can you receive them with grace? Can you love without bitterness? Can you see them not as the person who hurt you, but as the person who was always destined to heal with you? They're no longer waiting for the perfect moment. They're waiting for your soul's permission. And it will come, not in words, but in vibration. This is why you've been restless. Why you've felt the winds of change even though life seems still. The reunion isn't approaching, it's already begun in spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. They've seen your light even from the shadows. And the darkness that once clouded them is lifting. They are stepping out, inch by inch, guided by the light they recognize as home, your soul. There was once a time they ran from love. But now, they're running toward it. You softened them when the world hardened them, and they're finally ready to return, not out of guilt, but out of reverence. You don't need to do anything. Just be open. Just stay aligned with your peace. If they come correctly, you'll know. If they don't, the divine won't let them near. They are rehearsing the words. Replaying the memories. Imagining the reunion. And they're doing it with trembling hands but a clearer heart. Type Amen to get blessing 1770. Their soul has cried for yours in silence for too long. Every time they see you laugh, they bless it. Every time they see you glow, they honor it. But what hurts them most is not being there for the moments they were meant to protect. They want to change that. They want to earn a place in your life, not demand it. They are not just a past chapter. They are a future that has been rewritten by grace. And that future is knocking softly on your soul. This person is not returning empty-handed. They are bringing truth. They are bringing transformation. And above all, they are bringing divine timing wrapped in humility. Type Amen to get blessing 1909. They have stopped seeking external approval. They are no longer asking others if reaching out to you is the right thing, they're asking heaven. And heaven is answering, louder each day, through signs they can no longer ignore. They dreamed of you again last night. But this time, it wasn't a dream, it was a visitation of spirit. You appeared to them not in fear or anger, but in light. Smiling. Peaceful. And it shook them to their core. They woke up breathless, heart pounding, tears silently falling on the pillow. Not from sadness, but from recognition. Their soul knew, at that very moment, that you are still connected. That you are waiting, not with arms wide open, but with discernment, strength, and divine love. And that's all they've ever wanted, the chance to earn their way back to you not through persuasion, but through transformation. Type Amen to get blessing 1550. Heaven never lets true souls remain apart forever. When something is written in divine script, it will circle back. No force, no timing, no mistake, can cancel it when the heart has finally awakened. They're no longer trying to figure out how to come back. They're asking when, and the answer is becoming clear. Very soon, they will gather the courage, shaped by the angels themselves, and step forward. It may start with a small message. It may feel awkward. But feel beneath the words. You'll sense the trembling heartbeat behind them. They are afraid of what your silence might mean. They are terrified you've closed the door forever. But they're walking toward you anyway, because the pull is no longer avoidable. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They've been through their own awakening. What was once blurry is now crystal clear. They realize that you were never just someone, you were the turning point they ignored. Now, with every step they take, they're silently begging the universe, don't let it be too late. They're cleaning their life up. They're separating from toxic people. They're healing patterns. They're building something solid, something worthy of standing beside you. You're not the only one who changed, so did they. And the next version of this connection will not resemble the past. It will be new. It will be spiritual. It will be rooted in divine grace. Type Amen to get blessing 1881. Their silence is not rejection, it's preparation. Their distance isn't detachment, it's respect. They are watching you like someone watches the stars, in awe, from afar, knowing the closer they get, the more sacred the experience must become. Their prayers for you are real. They speak your name with care. They hold your image in their thoughts like a fragile treasure, terrified of breaking what they once bruised. They've seen others try to win your heart. And instead of jealousy, they felt surrender. Because they finally understand, real love doesn't compete, it waits, it grows, it becomes. Soon, you will feel the shift. The air will change. The moment will arrive. And you will know, it is time. Type Amen to get blessing 3003. Archangel Michael says, you are not being pursued by a person, you are being pursued by destiny. What is happening is not merely emotional, it is sacred orchestration. They are being guided step by step toward the reunion. Their spirit hears the instructions even if their mind still shakes with fear. But fear no longer leads them, faith does. And that faith is rooted in you. In the version of you who prayed for them even in pain. In the version of you who carried their name through storm and still hoped. They are not returning for comfort. They are returning for covenant. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Heaven is preparing both your hearts for a love that doesn't collapse under pressure. A love that carries purpose. A love that echoes into generations. What's coming is not just about romance. It's about restoration. It's about healing what once was shattered, and building what was always meant to stand. You are a divine mirror. When they see you, they see who they're meant to be. That's why they're drawn. That's why they're silent. That's why they're watching. They are almost ready. You are already glowing. And heaven is counting down the moments. Type Amen to get blessing 2888. Their heart has been weighed in the spiritual realm. And the verdict is in, their love is real. Their intent is pure. Their steps are approved. They will not come disguised in old habits. They will not arrive in arrogance. They will come humble, honest, and carrying a heart full of truth. The reunion will be quiet, but powerful. Not the stormy explosion of emotion, but the gentle breath of destiny finally fulfilled. And in that moment, everything will make sense. The waiting. The pain. The silence. All of it was for this. Type Amen to get blessing 4222.